Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for September 28th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 24. And if you add the 2 and the 4 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 is ruled by the planet Mercury. This number supports our intelligence, adaptability, and communication skills. Today is a great day to learn more information about how we engage and exchange with others. Communication arises in many forms and ways. 80% of communication is nonverbal, meaning that body language, tone, and eye accessing cues are critically important as to how we decipher information in our world. Communication is also mathematics, music, storytelling, astronomy, many other things. The universe and the divine are always interconnecting with us in ways of rhythm, sound, and motion. That is why I find numerology so fascinating and interesting, and how numerology is present in names, phone numbers, birth dates, tarot, astrology, palmistry, and many other scientific systems such as astronomy and physics and complex mathematics. So these systems are all attempting to explain subtle energy and the forces that inspire and connect to life. In the negative, this number can become sarcastic, dogmatic, secretive, and mysterious. It can be restless and dread routine. In the positive, this number can be multitask-oriented, but also quiet and reflective. There is a curiosity to this number. It is a number that is on a quest to understand realms of reality that others are less inclined to know or understand. This number is the reminder that using honesty in communication is important, as you are only as good as your word to others. It is also important to see clearly how our words and actions affect and impact those around us. The astrology today. The moon starts out the day in Gemini but shifts into the homey and integrity sign of Cancer mid-morning. We learn that our curiosity, while good, seems less important today, and finding ways that favor things more comforting seem on the agenda. There is a feeling that we need more connection to others and those in our world that make the most difference and those that we trust. The season is shifting and the darkness deepens as we move into fall. The dampness increases and the cool air is moving in. It is a welcome relief on many levels. We are also in the last quarter of the moon, and that indicates a turning point, hopefully one that will give us a greater perspective and insight. There are many things that show us that we are in great need to sort out many things that are either working and working well, or they happen to be not working and not working well in our life. We have to find our next journey, next shift, next change. Many will feel as if they are at a fork in the road, and they are standing at that fork, recognizing that they need to move, but they do not know what direction to move into. There seem to be no markers at this fork in the road, and we do not have any indication or clarity as to what is supposed to be next. This is what is making so many feel uncomfortable and have such dis-ease. I believe it is because while many things historically repeat, much to the decimation of civilizations, nations, humanity, and nature, we are at a very unique place in this particular moment, one that has us teetering on the edge of a great shift in consciousness and awareness, and one that has us on the edge of tremendous progress in technology, medicine, and longevity. We are seeking a suitable place to stand comfortably in life. There are big choices ahead, so today, take an inventory as to what is happening, what is important, and what is essential for the tasks in front of you. My quote for today. The rain has come again, just in time as I planted my winter garden last night in the cool air before the gentle fall storm arrived. The hummingbirds are swimming in the air, light in the breeze, around the feeders, preparing for their long flight back to Mexico and South America. Wondrous creatures, hummingbirds. Magic and light, love taking flight. May peace follow the cooling air. May lighthearted banter heal and repair all those whose souls are challenged and in pain, all those those whose minds are frustrated and strained. We are all here to find what is true. Just remember that there is so much more than me and you. Many truths exist in this space and time, and many more will arise as we are all in a constant overtime. And my blog for today. What is the value and the reason that humanity is so curious about the future and those powers called intuitive and psychic? More and more in our culture, those things that used to be considered pseudoscience are finding out that humanity does have some sort of innate ability to feel into energy and the subtle patterns that rule and guide others. In ancient times, those with the strongest skills were called seers, shaman, prophets, priestesses, and priests. Nowadays, there are many out there trying to discover and prove the many potential levels of existence that seem to manifest in our world. Sightings of Bigfoot are more and more commonplace. Sightings of UFOs by very credible people are coming out, possibly because of how good our phone cameras are now. Night vision cameras are catching strange things, objects floating in the air, and apparitions. It is becoming more clear that there are levels of existence that we do not always see, and that maybe we have previously not known or completely understood. And in that process, I find that the level of human sensitivity is increasing, and people are becoming more conscious and aware, curious, and starting to see. More people are experiencing a sixth sense of things about to happen, and many are feeling very unsettled and in anticipation of something that they sense, but they cannot put their finger on or completely understand. Being a psychic for this long, I know that feeling all too well. It means that what is about to happen is not within any personal reference points of our current level of experience or understanding. It happened to me before 9/11 and many other times before historical events. If something is beyond the scope of my reality or ability to comprehend and understand, it comes in as a metaphor or a series of events that attempt to explain a feeling, a moment, or an event. Some of these things are literal. Some are metaphorical, but they make sense later as you reflect on those moments and piece it all together. We are in a rare, major moment in time. I can feel it, like so many others. We are all being stretched to grow in ways that we have previously been lazy around and not willing to listen, learn, or engage. On many levels, it is very exciting, and the anticipation is intense. We can feel something brewing and manifesting. I have often wondered if all the electrical and microwave activities from the integrative systems of phones, wireless, and the internet are actually causing some of this phenomena. But what I know is that everyone cannot be wrong. Too many are feeling something. It is like something grating on their energy, and it is just below the surface of our present awareness. I always know that this is a feeling of something coming into form, something in the process of manifesting, something getting ready to burst forth into this reality. And this feeling is very strong. I believe it can be many things coming in all at the same time. Whether it is good or bad is up to us to find out how to integrate it and use these things for the good of this world and mankind. It is always about how we respond that directs the course of such powerful forces and moments. I know my entire being intends to direct these events to create a better world, one more open, loving, inclusive, and supportive of the mental, emotional, and physical growth of consciousness and honorable people. The age of selfishness is closing. Perhaps we are leaving our childhood behind, our old self that refused to grow up behind, and another age is opening. I intend this one to be of a more healing nature and one that allows for a better balance in this world. Thanks, everyone.